National Assembly awaits nominees as Tinubu sends list to DSS, EFCC, others. Presidency, I worked against Atiku, says Fayose. Another one says APC shifts caucus neck meetings to honor Tinubu. That's a headline you would find on the Punch newspaper. Monthly fuel consumption drops by 18.5 million liters after deregulation. Federal government. You find out the details. Well, simply would mean lesser people now buying more petrol. People are buying lesser of petrol is what it means. And I think to a certain degree you might want to look at it and say yes, because if you look at the roads, you don't see as much cars as you normally would, because we do not experience as much traffic as we normally would in certain parts of the state. That's if we're taking Port Harcourt for a case study. Cost of living. More Nigerians may join Japa train as hardship worsens. That's also a headline you would see on the Punch. And this one says Adamu NWC members on collision course over APC account audit. Court orders federal government to account for $5 billion recovered Abacha loot. This is interesting. Because if you really look at it, how the monies for the loot that were recovered were spent, we can't tell. Especially with the just immediate past administration. We know about feeding the poorest of the poor and the rest of them, but those programs, like, what about other Nigerians who are not poorest of the poor? Maybe who are just poor? Well, let's see what that court order would bring out. Go on to the Vanguard now. Court orders government of ex-presidents to account for $5 billion Abacha loot. Same thing like we had on the Punch. You'd see it written that way on the Vanguard. Missing ex-president of ASU, Fashina, found. Tinubu emerges ECOWAS chair, harps on regional security. Election Tribunal, Atiku's camp warns Tinubu supporters against protest. Well, let's go to the phone lines now, shall we? It's 0817-923-0003. 0817-923-0003. 0817-923-0007. Now, those are the numbers to call to join in on the conversation. Remember, we're streaming live on Facebook and Twitter, so you can on Facebook watch and listen to us using the handle Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. Again, Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. On Twitter, it is Nigeria Info PH, and the WhatsApp number is 0809-030-6416. Again, 0809-030-6416. 6416. All right, straight to the phone lines now. Remember, try to stay within 30 seconds and just go straight to the point. Be very civil with your contribution. Good morning, JJ from Rumigbo.
Yeah, Andrew, good morning.
Go on.
Yes, Rivers State government to kick off the transport system as palliative tomorrow. I think it's a very good one. It's been expected, long expected. It shows that government listens all those calls on your station, and I want to thank Nigeria Info for making such call, and the government have listening ear. I've started that already, so it's a good one. River State Police Command, they have raided the camp of hoodlums in Ahoda. I think they should continue the raid until those people are gotten a smoke out already. So for me, it's a good one. But that analysis of consumption of fuel, I think, Andrew, I don't really understand that analysis. You know why? If you buy 5,000 naira fuel before, it's about 20-something liters. Today is less than 10 liters. And income is still the same. Prices have gone up. Where do you expect people to buy more? So that analysis is not the same. They can only tell us that analysis if the price remains the same and measures are put in place.
All right, JJ, point made. Thank you very much. Let's go over to Ida and Korob. I think you misunderstood the headlines. I'll take it again. Nigeria Info, Ida, good morning. Yeah. Straight to the point, please.
Yeah, Andrew, good morning. First of all, I want to thank the Golden Governor of Rivers State, Asim Fubara, for the boss introduced by civil servant. My brother, I'm very, very happy. as civil servants will enter that bus so that transportation system will reduce for them. I want to thank the governor. He should continue doing the good work, his best. Look at the quick sign of that piece to law for the ring road in Port Harcourt. My brother, the governor is trying. He should do his best. And for your statement, yes, former governor, name will come up for that list as minister. Thank you very much. God bless you.
All right, Temple in Rumomasi, good morning.
English Femi, and I doing this morning.
Very fine, thank you. Go on, Temple.
Yes, I think I want to appreciate my governor for the buses to be launched by tomorrow. I think it's a very good one, but I want to appeal. I hope these buses will not only reside within the confines of Port Harcourt metropolis. At least some will be transferred to Eche here, so that some of the civil servants and some people like us who are also from this part of the AGA will also benefit from that immense contribution to the state government. And I want to also appreciate and support the former governor of Ekiti State, Fayose, where he tells me that the G5 governors could be appreciated by the Tinubu-led government because of their immense contribution. I think for me, it's a very good one. Because when you look at the credibility of former Governor Nyesom Wike, he's a man who can confront challenges at any point in time. You look at the power sector, you look at the Ministry of Niger Delta, you look at the Ministry of Urban and Rural Development. These are areas I think Governor Wike can handle headlong. You talk about the Ministry
all
of
right,
Petroleum.
Temple, point made. Thank you very much. You made your point. Good news is in round 3. Good morning, good news.
Well, good morning.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, quick one. Let me first of all appreciate President Tinubu for becoming the ECOWAS chairman. I think it's a welcome development. But my concern this morning is about the River State government, who say the one that are flagging off bus transportation as palliative. I see that as an insult to Rivers people and Rivers civil servants. Why do I say so? Before this time, there are already buses that was used by Odile, by Amechi. All they need to do is to bring out those buses and put them on the road. Must they do commissioning and flagging off to spend extra money and put it on air so the world will come and see that they are working? Is that what we want? And again, what is more palliative in this critical time than promotion of civil servants? What is more palliative this time than ensuring that gratuities are being paid? What is more palliative this time than ensuring that the teachers' money should not be cut off from the salaries? What is more palliative this time than to ensure that as he promotes them, that their money, the promotion is due in time with their salaries? What is more promotion or what is more palliative than that? Why can't the government of Rivers State look into it? That is the best palliative you can give to the civil servants of Rivers State. Look at the secretary, the offices, the moribund and the shambles, the staircases are not working, the lifts are not working. There are plants that are grown in the trees in the 3rd floor, 8th floors. What is more palliative than fixing these things? I think the government...
All right, good news. Point made. Thank you very much. Let's go over to God's Power in Ichi. God's Power, good morning.
Good morning, CM Andrew. Good
welcome.
Morning. Launching of the buses for civil servants is not enough. What of market women? The palliative should go around. You should make buses available to all the local government areas that are motorable. At least two. One is coming, another one is going. And with a reduced price. That's palliative. Like from Che to Port Harcourt, it's about 1,000 naira or thereabouts or more. At least if the buses now will apply, because the road is good, at least 400 from OK to Port Harcourt, thereabouts from Ibodo to Port Harcourt. It is like when one is going, another one is coming back. And other local government too. And again, now that he has hit the ground running, he should also think that was about civil servants and the retirees. Still, the retirees are crying. Nothing is happening. Their retirement benefit and the gratuity, pension arrears. They should do something. As is in the ring road, work on development.
All right. Thank you very much. Let's go to Justice 9 Emoha. Thank you. Justice, good morning.
Good morning, distinguished Ifemi Andrew. Justice Ori.
Go on, Justice.
Andrew, last night I listened to former governor of Ekiti State speaking on Channel TV. I want to ask, is it a must that members of the G5 must be given appointments by President Tinubu?
He didn't say it's a must.
I don't
now.
think
He didn't say it's a must.
Yes, but but I heard no. He
didn't say must. We just heard him again.
Must be given appointment. He said it on channel TV.
He said if Tinubu, maybe you took only that part, but did you also hear him say if Tinubu feels or decides to pick any of these people, then he should, because he would not be making a mistake?
Okay. Thank God he didn't say that. But let me join to ask President Tinubu that appointment of who becomes minister under his administration should not be done on political grounds. It should be done on qualification. President Tinubu should choose technocrats that will man ministries under his administration so that they will contribute to rejuvenate and to make the economy very vital in Nigeria. And Rivers State government, Rivers State government to flag off buses for workers. In Edo State, subsidy removal palliative was done. No announcement was made. Nobody was called to come and flag off. In Kwara State, it was also done. But here in Rivers State, you hear in the news, they want to flag off today. They will do this, they will do that. Even before the day it was done. In Rivers State, our busybody too much.
All right, Justice, thank you very much.
Just 1 week night
point made. But Justice, let me also clear. It was carried on the news in Edo State as well when the government planned to do palliative. In Kwara State, it was also on the news. Maybe if you listen to Nigeria Info Abuja or you listen to Arewa Radio, because those are our stations in the northern parts of the country, Kanu. Perhaps you might have heard it. So I would encourage that you download the apps from Google Play Store and get the opportunity to also know what happens in those states. You also heard me speak to a former government official from Edo State, and he said it was on the news as well. Whether a ceremony was organized, well, I don't know, but they announced it that they want to do this. Cookie Gam is in room Lumeni. Quickly, Cookie Gam, let's hear you.
Andrew, good morning.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Andrew, Riverside government launched transportation for pushing the subsidy remover. Andrew, it's a welcome development. I love that. But Andrew, I have one little problem about this transportation. I remember 2021 when the COVID-19 we are on board. Former Governor Wike brought transportation to cushion that COVID-19 problem. Less than 1 week, those buses disappear on the street of Port Harcourt. Less than 1 week, those buses disappear. Let us not be tempted like that sort of Governor Wike provision. Please, let this one be there at least for these 4 years or for become later in the blood. Governor Wike came after just 1 week. Please, I'm making this my governor. Please, let that be like Governor Wike own. After 1 week, disappear from the road. Papa, your share statement that Governor Wike must be a minister. I like Andrew, that language. You say must. I hate that language. Must does not go to anything. You are not a God that say he must be that minister. It's a Buhari. It's a Tinubu that has prerogative power to appoint a minister. Anybody who wishes to appoint, whether it is wife or it is son, like Oshogo appointed his brother's wife to be a commissioner, it is his right. So Buhari, Tinubu right is to appoint a minister, not anybody. So not that language after you say it's a must. Say he works for PDP, that he works against PDP in the PDP. It's an anti-party. Fashion will not be in PDP, work against PDP. It goes to suspension. The party constitution say cannot do anti-party. That's an anti-party. So fashion will be suspended for the party. Especially for the party, you can't work against your party. It's constitutional matter. Thank you, Andrew. Good morning.
All right, Cookie Gam. Thank you very much. Uche Ken from HA. Good morning.
Yeah, Andrew. Good morning.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much. Let me look at President Tinubu imagines as the new ECOWAS chairman. For me and my household this morning, we say congratulations to Jagaban. Indeed, he will differentiate his leadership style from Buhari. Kudos to all of us. Then Wike qualified to be minister and must serve under President Tinubu according to Fayoshe. My simple question this morning is Wike weak to serve, or is he tired and retired to serve? If the answer is no, then Wike will serve under the President Tinubu, not under APC or PDP. It's all about the country Nigeria we find ourselves. Then finally, the transportation palliative to be commissioned tomorrow, Tuesday. For me, it is a good one, but I want to tell us something. Even when Jesus was moving around doing miracles, there were certain groups that even want to stone him to death. So there are people that even if Fubara go about commissioning palliative from kitchen to kitchen. Some people will say, the other black pot was not commissioned. The other child was not inaugurated. So I want to urge my governor this morning, move on. This is a simple way you have cushioned the effect of subsidy removal in Rivers State.
All right, Uche,
and people like
let's
us
move on
and
to
like
Susie now.
good thing, we have appreciated
Susie's in Erema. Good morning, Susie.
Good morning, Andrew.
You're welcome.
The flagging off of the bus in Rivers State for subsidy removal palliative is a welcome development. And for those who do not even cherish what the government is doing, I think that is, by the way, an assumption that at the time has been defeated with these steps taken by the governor. And then the governor replied those who are actually antagonizing him for the 200 billion naira ring road. I want to ask, do we have a ring road in Rivers State? Now, those people made reference to the ring road and made reference to how Lagos has been developed. If you go to Lagos, you see the two ring roads that developed Lagos, slated in Lagos mainland. And those ring roads are linked to the third mainland bridge. You know, and though it wouldn't have been possible for Lagos to be developed without this particular infrastructure. The theory of development gives priority to infrastructure like ring roads. At a time in Lagos State, Efe was not developed. It was only in Victoria Island and then Ikoyi that you can see more. Even if you come back to Lagos mainland, where you have the WAEC office, you have Yaba and all of that, you discover that until Osanwo-Olu becomes the governor, that was when the road to Efe was open mainly. Those places where Ajaja Konde, all of that were a kind of moribund state and all of that. So the ring road that has been given priority to a River State, we do
all right,
more to
Susie,
this place. And for those who are criticizing it, I do not understand
point
what
made.
their motion
Let's
is
go
all
to
about.
let's
They
go
should
to
appreciate
D-line.
what this young man is doing.
Frank is on the line. Good morning, Frank.
Good morning, Andrew.
Morning.
Let me react on Fayoshe's comment.
Okay.
Fayoshe have said it all. Our former governor, Mr. Ezebowonye Sonike, deserves to be appointed as a minister. Bible said it that a liberal deserves his wages, and I believe President Ahmed Bola Tinubu will recommend and appoint him as a minister. Thank you, and God bless you.
All right, thank you very much. Let's move on now to knowledge. But remember, it is within the president's powers to decide. Some people might have who they prefer, who they want, who they think must be there. But at the end of the day, the president will decide who he feels can do the job. And if you are going to sit there and think that only technocrats would make it to the ministerial list, then you are sleeping. In this country, you cannot take away the place of politics, because people in the political parties and other people who supported the candidate, all of them would be, one way or the other, will be looked at. And some of the ways to compensate some of these people would be giving them the position of ministers. So we might not have all technocrats. We also should pray that we do not have all politicians. Knowledge in LMA, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Welcome.
I just have one thing to say. To all, to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to our dear governor of Rivers State, to the House of Reps members who we elected, to the senators, to every governor and everybody who actually elected in this country. The childhood shows the man, as the morning shows the day. I'm not going to judge them. I'm not going to tell them anything now because they are doing something for now. No, the childhood shows the man, as the morning shows the day. That's my own.
All right, knowledge. Thank you. So let's see how their first term would look like. Maybe then we'll begin to debate. Maybe that's what knowledge is saying. Hector Nogbogoro, good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome.
Good morning, Nigerians. Thank you. The governor to commission vehicles to pushing transportation system for civil servants in the state today. I think is a very good news. It is a welcome development. However, it should not just end here, because this is not the first time we are seeing such things. Even in the times of Ordinance, we saw something like it. The problem we have with public system is maintenance culture. When these vehicles are commissioned to use, please the government should also put a model to maintain the vehicles. Not after a few months, you will not see the vehicles on the road again.
Okay, Hector, thank you very much. Continuity and maintenance, very, very necessary. On WhatsApp, this person says the fog is much and there is poor visibility on the roads this morning. Please tell drivers to be careful and put on their headlights. Thank you, Mr. Town. And I've said that early in the morning. I think I started when the morning crossfire started with Rise to Wisdom. That was something I said, and I'm going to say it again. Please, visibility is very poor. So if you're driving, don't speed. And please put on your headlights. Drivers, passengers inside the vehicle, if you notice your driver driving carelessly, please don't go and hit him or gently call him to order. This one says, Rivers State government flag off free buses, civil servants, welcome call. My question is, what of those who are not civil servants? Wouldn't they enter the bus? Skillful period in the from a chair. I think I don't know because I'm not in the government, but I'm pretty sure the government should be smart enough to understand that these buses cannot carry only civil servants. But we'd have to wait until tomorrow, then we would know. And I think the plan should also go beyond just providing buses. One of our callers says something quite interesting I had in mind, which would be if we begin to look at proper implementation of the minimum wage and payment of arrears and all of those, at least people have more money to spend. If you increase their purchasing power, that would really help. Please, people should stop making issues out of nothing. The former governor is overqualified to be a minister, and the president decides to appoint him. Fine. This one says, good morning. Rivers State civil servants are not happy with the launching of vehicles by the government because we have not been promoted. Collins Nwanyanwu from Ulakwa Iche. Like I said, that's another thing that should be done, and I'm sure the government will be looking at it. But if they aren't, then they should, because on a long term, this is one of the ways. If the people have more money to spend, if their purchasing power, inflation simply means have more money to spend. If you are going to put it simple, it means you need to spend more money to get services. So people need more money in their hands, and that would be the ultimate way to solve the problem. That court judgment is aimed and targeted at the former President Olusegun Obasanjo, but I am sure you, my brother, it will end in fruitless efforts. Amici confident, Port Harcourt. Okay, let's wait and see. Edson says, Andrew, I want to say that those laughing at the governor for introducing free buses for civil servants are not fair. And they're out of touch with reality. Free buses, to the best of my knowledge, won't go beyond the Port Harcourt metropolis. And the question now is, do we only have 3 local government areas? I know that in Abua Odua local government, the chairman one time, I don't know if it still works, but the chairman had put in place buses before subsidy removal. They had buses that were going to and fro, people who are living in Abua Odua. And I think this is where local government chairmen have to come. I know in Emoha local government, Dr. Chidi Lloyd is also thinking of something in that direction as well. And I can't remember which other local government. I don't know if in Falga, but I think local government chairmen now too, especially in those local government Aoda and the rest of them that have people that from Port Harcourt coming to those areas, need to put some of these things in place. Let's go for a commercial. We'll be right back.
The details,
the stories,
with the updates.
Your number one station for talk brings it all.